All right. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Let's see. Who we got with us today? What's up, D. Cole? How are you? Nikki! Let's see, how are you? How are the fur babies? Doing good. The kittens are still warming up, but the other cats have been taking care of them quite nicely, which has been nice, especially Indy. He's been very big brother-like to the new ones. Mary took a little while to get accustomed to him, as he tends to do with everybody else, but he seems to be not freaking out around them anymore, so all good so far. Just need to work on getting their shots and all that stuff, and then finding these new babies some homes. I'm missing your live today. I'm still on season 2 of the X-Files. Oh my god. Nail-biting and emotional. I will continue to do my home. Continue on with my homework and report back. Also, I hope you liked visiting my state of California. Catch you next time. Take care. I had a lot of fun. I underestimated how much sunscreen I would need, which was 0 the first day there, and I bit the bullet on that one. My arms are peeling. My nose is... I think my nose is finally finished peeling, but for the most part, yeah. I really enjoyed it, but yeah. I'm glad you're really enjoying season 2. I think season 2 is really where it starts to pick up. And yeah, the host is an all-time favorite episode for sure, especially when it comes to the creatures in the series. And One Breath is just simply beautiful. One might even say breathtaking. Yes, you're making your way, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I walked a lot. The hotel was only like a 15-18 minute walk from the convention center. So I refrained from using like an Uber or anything like that as much as possible. Hell, I know we had a shuttle, but I felt like I could walk to the con faster than the shuttle could get me there. So I spent most of the time walking back and to and from the hotel and the convention center, but it was so much fun. And I didn't get anything more than 3 to 4 hours of sleep, because even after the convention was over, me and the gang we went to some of the after parties, and then we would kind of hit the town afterwards, which is something I've never done before, and just had a damn good time. Damn good time. It was weird though, bumping into random ass celebrities just on the fly in random scenarios. Like, I got bombarded by a detail, and like Gillian Anderson, Jeff Bridges, Evan Peters, Cameron Monaghan, all just stormed out of a restaurant, and I got lost and swept up in a crowd. It was fucking insane. Anyone else thought Mr. Wrigglers died Home Alone 2 style from the previous short? I'm not getting the reference. I mean, I've seen Home Alone 2, but I'm not sure exactly the parallel being drawn. But maybe? I want to know when you're going to be reacting to Gravity Falls. Well, if you're a Patreon, I have already been reacting to Gravity Falls. I am currently on episode 3 on Patreon at the moment. Just put up episode 3 yesterday. Let's see. I just got done with the first Sandman audiobook. I got the second one that I'm starting after I'm done with the other books. The audiobooks are great for the Sandman. They have music and sound effects and a full cast. I've heard the Sandman audiobooks are insane. Like, in the the production value that went into them. I know James McAvoy, they have like a star-studded cast. I have them downloaded. I use them with some of my Audible credits, but I haven't actually dove into it just yet. I mean, because I have the books themselves, but I'll have to give them a listen one of these days. What's up, Roberto? I'm doing good, tired. I woke up last night at, was it 1? I think I got out of bed at 1 because I needed to record Sandman, finish up Twisted Metal's season 2's edit and then whatnot, and then I've been up since then. No, I took like a 2.5 hour nap earlier, and that's where I'm at right now. Woke up just in time for the Helluva Boss short that came out today. What's up, Axel? How are you? I had to put our dog down. It was hard. I know how hard that can be, and my heart goes out to you. Hopefully we can be a lovely little distraction for you through such a, honestly, just a terrible, tough, hard to get through time. Have I seen the new suit from Tom Holland's Spider-Man? I did see the reveal that they put out earlier today. It looks good. Looks good. Good afternoon. How's the con crud? I think we're on the final bend for it. I've still got a lot of drainage going on. My throat's still a little froggy, but for the most part, it is we're on the mend. I think we're out of the rough bits of it for the most part, so far at least. What's up, JH? How are you? What's up, the Hunter? Meowdy Omni. Not sure how many comments I'll make this stream, but as I'm live watching Nuzlocke Invitational Tournament hosted by Point Claw and Pachow. Anyone in the stream know what I'm talking about? Anybody in the stream know what he's talking about? I know what a Nuzlocke is. I know what tournaments are. I know what an invitational is. I do not know Do I know Point Crow? Actually, no. Point Crow does sound familiar. Why does that name sound familiar? Now that I'm saying it out loud. Ah, okay. I don't watch his stuff, but I've seen him guest star on like this weird, I don't know what you call it. Like, he's been on this like D&D weird like hand-drawn Excel spreadsheet driven D&D campaign channel. I forget the name of the channel. What are my hopes for Gym V season 2? I got nothing, man. I really don't. Just that Chance's character situation is handled well enough. Like they do that with some justice, which I'm sure they will, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else as far as speculation, hopes, dreams, whatever. I hope Sam comes around in the end, sees the error of his ways, but I don't know if that's going to come too soon or not, but we'll see. Just saw the new Helluva short, and the ending made me laugh so hard. Yes, it did. Dude, I was cackling through that whole episode. It was so good. I think it's just a love letter to anybody who's had road rage or experienced it. Just terrible drivers in general. What's up, Captain Critter? How are you? Am I going to the Orlando convention? No, I am conventioned out on my budget for the remainder of the year. My next convention is going to be in December. I mean, unless something changes, something wild comes up, and it's not too wallet breaking. I think after SDCC and everything else so far we've done, I'm going to have to put a hold on some stuff. The only thing I've got booked right now is GalaxyCon Columbus in December, and that's it at the moment. But supposedly we're going to be getting some game-changing announcements about the Hellaverse at Orlando's Animate convention. But it's hosted by most of the people that make the show, like the artists, the writers, and stuff like that, the panel that they're talking about. So I'm wondering what exactly they mean. Did I see the Tom Holland new suit? Somebody else already asked that one. I did. My only complaint is that the web shooters, but it makes sense. Makes Peter look broke. I had to see what he used, what he had. Yeah, no, I get, yeah. I think that is my only nitpick as well, is just how prominent and unwieldy the web shooters look in comparison to how streamlined the rest of the suit is. I agree. I think that is my only criticism there. Also, when did you become a reporter? I mean, I always cover the cons I go to the best of my ability, but I was actually here with a team for Team JVS to help fill in for one of their guys to cover the convention. So I put my fucking reporter hat on and got to work. Did my first little interview thanks to that. Now my name and my email is in the hat of people involved there, so I might have a better chance of getting in on my own next time. But it's something I'm definitely planning on doing more of. I've got a couple of people I've talked to already that might be coming onto the channel to do just a one-on-one here. Couple Hellaverse people. Not the cast or anything like that, but some of the people that actually make the show. That's kind of what I want to shine a little bit of a light on, and then some other little surprises if things work out. What's up, Logan? Hope the con was good. And a bird flew into my house on Wednesday, and my cat caught it, or and my cat brought a live one in this morning. So is the one that flew into your house still in your house? Just saw the teaser for the movie Weapons. I kind of feel like it's watching something out of X-Files. Yeah, kinda, a little bit. I've only seen like 1 or 2 teasers for it, and it does seem like it's some batshit insane kind of X-Files plot for sure. How was meeting Keith David? I love him as Husk. It was wild. Again, this was at the after party. He wasn't at the convention. He wasn't at any of the panels that, at least to my knowledge, he wasn't at the convention at all. But he did show up for that after party, and he was there drinking and just chatting with everybody. So I just walked up, got a picture with him, talked a little bit, and let him be by himself for a minute, because I just, you know, it was a private event and stuff like that, so I didn't want to like take up too much of his time. Plus, there's so many other people there. But I did talk to him for a short while. I think at the same party is where Robbie Damon was, which I got to talk to him. We chatted for a little bit, and then me and Danny Mata met up there as well, and I think we talked the most there. And then I met Mark Bedardin finally, who I've been wanting to meet for such a long time. What's up, Jazzy? It's been a minute. What was your favorite panel at the con? Favorite panel? Like, as far as like everything that we got to experience at the panel, I'd have to give it to the Critical Role one. From the teases to Mighty Nine, to the little nuggets that they dropped, to the release date announcements, to the Vox Machina announcements, and the clips that they showed. Yeah, I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with that one, especially the meme value that came out of it too with one of the photos that I posted. That's probably the biggest tweet I've ever had explode, was that candid shot of Matt Mercer just kind of giving me the stare down. Because I'm pretty sure I took that right before he did one of these. It was like, hey, because he did do that. Like when he saw me in the front row, he did like do one of those in the middle of the panel. I think that I took the picture just as he looked over and was making the realization, but like when you look at it in the still, he's the only cast member looking straight into the lens of the camera, and it just looks like he is filled with disappointment. I absolutely loved it. Did I see Fantastic Four? No, not yet. I'm still catching up on a lot of the things that I have backlogged as a result of being at San Diego Comic-Con. So once I'm done with Sandman, once I'm caught up with Twisted Metal, given this week we have Wednesday Part 1 coming out, I'm going to try to squeeze it in this week. I think Wednesday's the only thing coming in that's going to be a really, just kind of throw a little bit of a wrench into the middle of the week. Then this fucking Eyes of Wakanda thing, good God. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. Hope you had a lot of fun interviewing the Hellaverse cast. Also love the last short. I was not expecting Blitz to actually be on what the driver was going to do. Right, me either, man, but hey, that's kind of par for the course, I guess. I guess it should have been expected the way that was going to turn around in the end, I think, maybe. Also not sure if you saw this, but Hideki Kamiya, the creator of DMC and one of the founders of Platinum Games, recently did an interview where he talks about his upcoming projects, as well as his thoughts on DMC anime. He stated that he didn't agree with the direction of the show, but if people like it, that's all right by him. That's fair. That's very, very fair. He has a lot of very controversial takes in and of himself, so I think this is probably one of the most base takes he's probably had. Also, I watched Fantastic Four First Steps, and I gotta say, it was a fantastic movie. I see what you did there. What's up, Emily? How are you? Hope you're having a good Saturday. From the last stream, I fully support your young crush of Lola Bunny. And totally a normal hear me out. Same thing for girls crushing on Fox Robin Hood. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. There's no like arguing that, really. Also got 2 new kitties. They are pure white. Me and my sister named them. I named mine Ghost, and she named hers Elsa. Oh, very, very fitting. I have yet to name these 3 as to try to keep myself from getting too attached. But we will see how I fail spectacularly at that. Have I not yet watched Interview with the Vampire? I mean, the movie. I've seen the movie. I have not seen the show. I have not seen the show to answer both of you heroes' questions right here. I'm an AZ, and you severely underestimated the heat of the Southwest. Yes, I did. Well, the thing is, too, what the thing about it was 12 degrees all weekend. It was 12 degrees hotter here. It was actually chilly at some points for me in San Diego, which I thought was really weird. But the thing is, I think part of the problem was I was outside so much as well, which is, you know, I'm not outside nearly as much as I was over the weekend because I did so much walking. Like I mentioned earlier, walking to and from 18 minutes up and back to the hotel and to the convention center sometimes. And sometimes I'd make 2 to 3 trips during the day, during the convention, just to drop something off at the hotel, upload a video, whatever. So I was out a lot. And then there was the activations, and then there was the things that were not in the convention center and you had to go to another building. So there was a lot of, I was in the sun an egregious amount, but overall temperature wise, it was actually cooler than where I live, which is weird. What's up, Terrence? How are you? I'm doing good. Also, did you see Darksiders 4 is officially happening? I did not. I've still never finished the first game, nor started any of the other ones. I know what you mean about the Helluva Boss sword. I have bad road rage, same. I flipped someone off when they came in front of me. Fair enough. Cannot wait for Vampire Lestat Jazzy. I've also seen Fantastic Four 3 times now, and it's still amazing. 3 times. Damn, let's go. You over your surprise about the drop of Eyes of Wakanda? Did it mess up your schedule? Well, it would only mess up my schedule if I decided to jump on it immediately, which I am absolutely not going to do. I will get to it when I have an opening, but I will try to get to it. Yeah, that surprise, apparently, from what I was hearing, they pushed up the release like 2 weeks or something like that from the original announcement. I didn't even know it was coming out so soon in general. You know, didn't we just get a single teaser just not too long ago for it? Can we talk Superman spoilers since it's been out for a minute? Yes, we can talk about Superman spoilers. So anybody who's not seen Superman, try to be careful. Your reaction to the new Hellaverse was so good. Thank you, Emily. I really appreciate that. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was just batshit insane. I loved it. Don't know how much of a fighting game person you are, but how are the people here feeling about all the new Evo gameplay for Marvel Talkon's Fighting Souls? I haven't seen any of the new gameplay for it. I play some fighting games, but I don't like play a lot. Like Mortal Kombat's like my main jam. And then if you want to include some of the Dragon Ball and Naruto games, those would kind of fall into it a little bit. But I think it looks pretty wicked from what I've seen. It's not, I probably wouldn't get into it too much just because I'm not, I don't know. I need a little bit more some to my fighting games to draw me in. But from what I saw about it, I'm really digging it. I haven't seen the new stuff though. I haven't seen any of the new stuff. What's up, Dawson? Good to see you. Thank you. Right back at you. I know it's been a few weeks, but I wanted to know your thoughts on the MK2 trailer with Johnny Cage as the focus. The tone definitely gives me R-rated Galaxy Quest vibes. Kinda, yeah. Except he's surely going to unlock his power by the end of it, just like the rest of them didn't start with their abilities either. So I'm sure he will, but interesting that they decided to seemingly shift focus to a brand new main character. Arguably, the one who should have been the main character in the first one. Since we're doing the fish out of the water bullshit all over again with a new character as we head into the actual tournament. And notice that Cole was only showcased in one like half-second scene in it. I'd put money that he dies in at least the first half of the movie, or takes a huge step back in relevance for it. But I like the vibes. Cheesy as fuck, but I like the vibes. What's up, JC? I have road rage a lot. Just screamed at the driver who cut me off and cussed him out and called out and calmed down and got a several brew coffee. I have a fantasy in my head of this character I've envisioned called the Highway Vigilante. It's like the Punisher, except like I was like, it's like people who drive recklessly or do dumb shit on the freeway, the highway, or anything like that, you know, deserve to have their tires shot out. That's how I cope with it. Just imagine the scenario in my head. Well, there you go. Well, that's what you get, bitch. Anyway, did hear about a new live-action Assassin's Creed show is in the work at Netflix. I did hear a little inkling about it, but I did not dive too deep down that rabbit hole. No. We'll see. We'll see. What are my thoughts on Ralph Bakshi's work? If you know who he is, he's basically the Walt Disney of indie animation. I sadly don't hear anyone mention him as much as other creators, you know. Ralph Bakshi. The name, well, Bakshi sounds familiar, I think, because of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I feel like Ralph Bakshi rings some bell. Oh, yeah, Cool World and Fritz the Cat. I know of him. He also did the Lord of the Rings animated movie back in the day. Yeah, okay. I'm familiar. But yeah, he comes up in like when you really kind of get into it. You're right, he's not really at the forefront of a lot of conversations surrounding it all. Please no spoilers for Superman and Fantastic Four. Well, we'll see. About the Superman one, at least. Also, ripped Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, dude, that was a shocking little revelation. I mean, honestly, hey, I'm surprised. I mean, he's led a crazy life. I'm kind of surprised he lived as long as he did, considering everything else he's kind of done. But still, the loss was a heavy one, man. I love some Ozzy music, dude. Also with the suit, you can tell it's a mix of Toby and Andrew suit with he took inspiration from his brothers. It's much more simplistic. I like it. What's up, Alfie? How are you? Or Alfie? Thoughts on the Mortal Kombat trailer? I think I just kind of talked about it well enough. I mean, it was fine. It was goofy. We'll have to see. Because I thought the first trailers for the first one looked cool enough, but I got way too many issues with that first movie, so we'll see. You mentioned last stream about catching up on RVB for the proper finale of the show Bernie Burns returned to. I'd love for you to do a reaction commentary of the whole show. That would be a tall ask to do, I think, at least right now, but maybe down the road, because I haven't started all of that yet. Sketches here. Hello there. It's Morbin time. This went live. YouTube did not give any notification. Well, fuck you, YouTube. You're going to be checking out Eyes of Wakanda. I just finished the 4 episodes, and it's amazing. I just mentioned that earlier. Remember rock and roll and heavy metal ruled the entertainment world in the 80s, but now not so much, because as a metal/rock head myself, it sucks. Yeah, that's my jam, man. Ralph Einstein needs a lot of awards for Galactus. Still need to see that performance. Excited for Wednesday. Same. What are my thoughts on pitch meetings by Ryan George? They are fucking hilarious. Sometimes a little unfair for the gaff, for the laugh, but funny and hilarious all the same. Would I consider watching other anime when you're done with One Piece? When I'm done with One Piece. Ha ha! In 6 years? I mean, I would hope to watch another anime before I'm done with One Piece. It's just whenever the schedule allows for it. What's been my favorite Helluva Boss short? That's a good question. I gotta remember what shorts we've even had. What were they? Oh yeah, Weeaboo. Weeaboo. That one killed me. Weeaboo, and I love the first one, Hell's Bells, just because it's so sweet and sincere and lovely. But if we're talking like the whole package, Weeaboo. Short 3 is probably my favorite. I did a detailed look at No Way Home ending suit and the Brand New Day suit from earlier. They are not the same suit. They look similar, but yeah, there's some stark differences. That Mighty 9 little clip was funny. So excited to see this team. Same. Like I said, I've only gotten to know whichever ones were even included at the Chicago live show. I can't remember. I know Jester was one of the ones that was there that was voted upon. I can't remember if any other Mighty 9 members were included in that cast, because honestly, after a point, I couldn't tell who was who other than Jester and Grog. But I'm excited. I'm excited for that chaos and a whole new vibe. We all know you're getting attached, man. You know you really want to name them. I've been thinking. Can you do a watch of Final Destination Bloodlines and Megan 2.0? If I ever get around to it, but Final Destination would have to come after I've watched all of the other Final Destination movies, because I've only watched the first one, and as a core part of my soul, decided to never watch any of the other ones. But I feel like I'm easing up on that here as of late. Also, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I gotta say, I didn't like it. Metalheads and pop music don't mix too well. I don't agree, because I'm a metalhead, and I love it. But I love all music. The only music I can't... Well, there's some exceptions, but for the most part, the only music I can't really... I just don't like, and just because of where I grew up, is country music. I have a hard time connecting with country music. The kittens got so mad because me and my aunt found them and dumped them on the someone dumped them on the road and just left them there to die, which made me really sad. Yeah, living where I do too, you see that a lot, especially when I live back up like where my parents are, and that's where I grew up and whatnot. It's like up in the hollers and stuff like that. So yeah, people will take their animals and just leave them up there to go wander around. And honestly, that's how I got my first cat ever, was they were one that was just dumped off on the side of the road up there, and we took them in. Am I going to react to Peacemaker Season 2? Obviously, yes. 100%. There is not a world we live in which I'm not going to. It's DC. It's part of this continuity. We've not skipped out on a single thing yet. I'm with you from the last stream on loving the Harry Potter books and most of the movies and the work put into them, but now I feel uncomfortable liking it now due to JK bitch. Same. Lily, she's been summoned. Thank you so much again. I'm glad you had fun at the conventions. Just saw the short, and the white man red hat killed me. Yes, slayed me so much. Hope everyone is doing great. Next Saturday, I'm not going to make it to your live stream. I will be at the water park celebrating your birthday. Well, happy early birthday and happy water parking. That sounds like a damn good time right now, especially with the heat, how it's been. I might have to see if any of the ones that used to be around here are still even open anymore. Let's see, where was I? Thank you so much again. Just to come back to Lily on this one. Also, sorry I've been a little light on the updates on Floof. Since I let her back outside, it's been so difficult. Honestly, I've had to reschedule her appointments for her booster shots like 3 times now, and by this point, they've already expired. Because I cannot get her back inside. She's been such a pain in the ass. I'm almost ready to just kind of leave her to her device. She's still coming around for food and stuff like that. She's still probably on the deck right now, but the moment I try to get her to go to her appointment, it is impossible to get her back. So she's got a rabies shot. Honestly, I think that's the most important thing. And she's actually seems like she's doing a lot better now. So it's an improvement. Might have to reassign you to one of her kittens, but we'll see. Where the fuck did I leave off? Here we go. Did you hear that a Teen Titans movie is in the works? Yes. I mean, I think we got word of that a few months ago, maybe sometime last year even, if I remember right. Went to see some kickball games in this heat and had fun, but also regrets. I didn't know they had active like kickball games. That's fun. That's cool. I love kickball. Love Superman, but how do you feel about the Jor-El thing? I mean, it's not the first time. Again, assuming that translation is accurate, because we also know with translation, words mean different things across different languages. So the phraseology may have been taken illy by our interpretation of the words, but we also don't know exactly what they meant by that from their point of view. But it's also, I mean, Smallville did the evil Jor-El thing. I mean, it's happened a lot. We've had a lot of evil Jor-Els. Like, I think a lot of people get a little too attached to Jor-El just being like the sciencey alien with this idea for good. While it does happen a lot, I feel like, unlike with the Kents, who have pretty much always kind of been fairly the same, like Jor-El, like the whole Kryptonian side of things is always up in the air. Like, it's just all based on the run, the interpretation. This is the one they went with, but I also feel like there's probably going to be a little bit more to it down the line, I would imagine. Hello, Cat Dad. How are the kitties? All good. My cat Lil had to go to the pet ER on the 4th of July. She's doing better now, but it was scary. Any love and support for her would be appreciated. Well, sending you all of the energy, because that's scary, man. Anytime any of my babies, even if it's like something seemingly insignificant or not that serious, I do overly freak out. I've made, like, in the past year, I've probably made like 4, 5, 6 trips to the ER, to our local pet veterinary ER. So I definitely get it. So I hope everything's fine. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good though myself. Thank you. Shit, I didn't know that was out. Same. Enjoy the last few reactions to Shield. As soon as we got to season 5, it kept getting hyped knowing that we were getting into the 100th episode, and your reaction didn't disappoint. I'm glad. And I'm only currently four episodes from the end of this season, and I'm excited to see what shenanigans we get into. 4 or 5, I can't remember. What was the last episode I watched on Patreon? I think was episode 417. So 5? I think so. I think 5. I'm losing count right now. Agreed. Johnny Cage should have been in the first movie. I think it would have made way more sense to just do what they did, do the fish out of water storyline of the first one with Johnny, and just go that route. Instead of making a Johnny Cage light character for your movie named Cole. Like, I love Louis Tan, but like it frustrates me so much that this was how he was utilized. But then again, that's what frustrated me so much about most of that movie, was how they had all of these like immensely talented, renowned martial artists, and they didn't know how to block the fights, they didn't know how to shoot the fights, they didn't know how to edit the fights, and it just was so frustrating. Eyes of Wakanda is only 4 episodes, and at 31 minutes, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't marketed more. It is what it is, man. Disney has been just barely marketing shit as of late. Let's see. Disney wanted to dump it, but quality counts still. I can't wait to watch it. Yeah, I've heard it's amazing quality-wise, which is surprising that they didn't push it at all. Eyes of Wakanda. Do you have any thoughts on the set photos where Spider-Man is fighting enemies that are in a armored personal carrier? I have no idea what you're talking about. So, no thoughts. Since you're a big Power Rangers fan, they are adding Tommy Oliver's black dino suit to the Fortnite next season. Really? Why that one of all suits? To my knowledge, none of his other ones are in there. Why that one? Maybe there's some kind of theme going on with it for some reason. What are your thoughts on the Fixed trailer from Netflix? I haven't seen it, so 0 thoughts right there. Rip to Hulk Hogan. My grandpa loved him, and he was a burning racist, so... As we learned, I loved Hulk Hogan when I was a kid. His films, he was one of the wrestlers that I actually liked while I liked wrestling, but as time went on, more of those layers peeled back, and yeah, seemingly not a very good dude and super racist, so we'll see. Unfortunate all the same, I guess. They need to bring back Melina. I can agree with that and second that as well. Stream on my birthday. Hello, hope you're doing well. Well, happy birthday to you, Mandalorian. Did I see the first look at the Castle Grayskull for He-Man movie? No, I did not. Speaking of video game shows, Amazon is making a Wolfenstein series, and I hope they don't mess it up, because without it, we wouldn't have the FPS genre as a whole. I mean, that's fairly accurate, because Wolfenstein even predates Doom, doesn't it? Because it was originally a PC game. Back in the day. 1981. Yeah, 1981. Well, that wasn't... Yeah, that was the release for it. And let's looky dooky at Doom. Yeah, 93, I think, was the earliest Doom game. Yeah, that was the first Doom game. So yeah, they beat it by quite a bit. Quite a bit. Did I check out Happy Gilmore 2? No, I have not. I have not caught up on that one yet, though I have seen a major spoiler for the first 10-15 minutes of the movie. I think so. It was posted in a headline last week or this week or whatever. But I mean, I guess it's if you see my reaction to the trailer, I think I already put that together though. So it's not a huge thing, I guess. Have a good stream. You too, Kate. Take it easy. Have a good weekend. Slides in on a guitar string. What's up, Crime Bags? Let's get Rody Ragey. Hello, Vince. Do I know Labubu? What do you think of the phenomenon? I don't get it, but then again, as a collector, I kind of understand other things. I don't think it looks appealing. I know of it. I only found out about it recently, within the last month, and then when I was at Comic-Con, there was an entire Labubu booth. I just think the little thing's hideous. But whatever. Mandalorian, happy birthday. It's super late to the stream today, but anyway, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing good. You too, Stareface. Remember where there was Mary Poppins Legacy sequel, but Emily Blunt portrayed Poppins? Yes. I never watched it, but I'm aware. Finally here. What's up, Sheldor? What's up, Pigstream Galaxy? How are you? I'm doing good. Cannot wait to learn more about Brand New Day as the production continues to ramp up. Been kind of cool seeing Glasgow turns into New York, and the fact that they shut down nearly 60 streets, still surprised. 60 streets, still surprised. That's a lot, I guess. I mean, what's normal for a movie production to shut down like city blocks and shit? That sounds like a lot. Just got into Helluva Boss myself. 3 episodes in, it seems way crazier than Hazbin Hotel. Yes. It is a lot more raw. It's a lot more character driven. Like, it's not like, oh, here's the war with the angels, these themes of redemption and all this kind of stuff. It is just an examination of this primary character, his relationships, his life, his choices, his work. And yeah, it's very much so a character show. And it's doing something completely different, and I like it more than has been now, like by a large margin at this point, I would say. But I love them both. Don't get me wrong. Did you hear Coyote vs. Acme movie is getting a theatrical release? Yes, I did. I actually had the chance to watch it at the con, but I decided to sleep in and miss out on the chance to watch it there. But yeah, it is, to my knowledge, coming out on there. I think a movie marathon on Discord with the fans of fans for Final Destination Run would be cool. I mean, that's an idea, maybe. Cannot wait for Spider-Man one more day. I mean, Brand New Day. I'll see what you did there. wavelengths. Pretty similar. Also, as far as the MK2 trailer goes, I was a little bit turned off by them making Johnny a tad more serious than he usually is. But after thinking about it, I'm at least intrigued. I do like what they're going with it too, because at first I was like, oh my god, Carl Urban, is he not just a little too old for it? But with them going with the washed up actor route, makes a little more sense. And I'm kind of on board with it a little bit more. Though it's so much more obvious when he's swapped out for a stunt double, because everybody else is martial artists in the movie for the most part. But like for him, it's just, it works when he's filming for his movies, but when he's actually fighting, it's just so noticeable still. It's kind of funny though. I similarly sometimes struggle with separating the art from the artist, like some of my favorite X-Men movies being directed by Bryan Singer. How do you deal with it? My best way around it is knowing that one person didn't put their blood, sweat, and tears into every other aspect of that creation. He's the director. He pointed the camera, he shot the camera, he told people where to stand, what to do, all that kind of stuff. As far as everything else, hundreds of other people brought that to life. So that's what I focus on that. You know, so that's how I get around that part of it. Yeah. Though the JK situation is way more nuanced than that. And she's also actively weaponizing the wealth she's gaining from this stuff to rain down fury and bigotry upon these downtrodden minorities. Yeah, that's where I'm like, well, I get other people are working on this, other people are doing all these other things, but unlike the Singer situation, it's directively actively funding ongoing torment and efforts, you know. So like that's where I'm like, okay, well, I'm keeping my fucking shit away from all of that, cause yeah, no, I can't finagle around the Harry Potter situation, man. Maybe when she croaks, it'll be a different story. We have to see what her estate does with it after the fact, but right now, with it being used the way it is, I ain't going near that shit with a 10-foot pole, 20-foot pole, 100-foot pole. Really big pole. Let's see. So James Gunn confirmed there are at least 100 universes in the DCU, not infinite? Where was that confirmed? I missed that little nugget. I thought it was just the one. I hope that means he's keeping the Arrowverse out there somewhere canonically, because he should. Looking back on the Final Destined franchise, you might want to skip the 4th movie because, you know, I don't know. Hello, citizen of the Omniverse. Happy Saturday. It's Denizen. Denizen, not citizen. That's the rejects. The whole metalhead thing was a joke, but in all seriousness, didn't care for it. Fair enough. I hope you guys had a lovely week. It was so much fun. Did I see any cool cosplays there? And which ones was your favorite? There was this massive Galactus cosplay just roaming around. Like, he was like 15, 20 feet tall. Just like, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but at least somewhere around 15 feet for something like that. That's the one that's the most memorable to me, was that. I can't remember any other ones that stood out a lot while I was there. Like the Spider-Man suit, classic and simple, agreed. It's funny how I was always trying to make it on time at 9 every stream, but somehow I always make it late. All good, all good. I still love Harry Potter personally, since a lot of others worked on it too. Just have to separate the art from the artist, and the art. Still want a Hogwarts Founder show. I mean, that'd be better than what we're getting. That's for sure, rather than just rehashing the same story again, but with more. We'll see. I mean, I'll listen, at least. Thoughts on a Jimmy Olsen show? Is it needed? I heard Gorilla Grodd might show up. I heard the same things. if it's more of what we got in the movie, Jimmy was my least favorite thing in the film. I don't want more of that. So I'm all for skipping out on a Jimmy Olsen show. I do not feel like we need it. Hope to check out the other two projects Sony Animation has done whilst getting Beyond the Spider-Verse done with America, the motion picture, and Agent Elvis. I've heard of Agent Elvis. I have not heard of this America, the motion picture thing. Also, the thing about JK, I understand you have to learn sometimes to separate the art from the artist. Sometimes it's not that easy. I don't think the JK thing's simple in that way. It's not as simple as separating art from the artist as supporting the art directly funds her hate war, her hate war. It's a little bit different. To me, at least. I mean, the books and stuff had them and didn't age well. Made fun of Dudley for being overweight in book 4. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be stuff like that. That's just inherent with the passing of time, at least. There are Kickbuglies. This is actually a tournament that's going on. Interesting. Did not know. Lex was the #1 hater. He shot someone who just helped Superman. Yeah, it was pretty fucked. That was one of the most fucked in the scenes in the show, for sure. Show? Movie? Movie. Right behind Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is currently working on Teen Titans and will write Wonder Woman next. Hell yeah. Dean Cain is everywhere online now, complaining it seems salty as fuck. I understand why they're doing it, because it is clickbaity as all hell, and it just feeds into the current political climate at the moment. But he puts his own foot in his own mouth every time he talks about Superman, just to show how little he remembers of the same show he was on, doing the same shit he's complaining about, as if he never did it himself, and then just the things he just completely doesn't understand at all about the character. It's just, I think he's just, it's the same shit, I think, as if, like, if you re-released a classic movie that people love today, would notice shit they will claim was woke, was political, and all that kind of stuff because they are looking at it through a lens of now. Through nostalgia, they're not thinking about it. People would bitch, moan, and complain about aliens, all that shit. Terminator, T2, if you release that shit today, guarantee it. I think people they give everything a pass from before then and ignore these certain things, and now they're claiming is this fucking whole like slight against the world, and it's just hypocrisy to its fullest. It's absurd and maddening. Anyway. Damn it, man. Still draining. Lex, and with Lex, I'm absolutely terrified when James Gunn gets to Reverse Flash. Ooh, yeah, dude, I think that'll be sick as hell when we finally make it to that point. If Chad has seen New Who, it's kind of like Good Man Goes to War. I had fucking hair in my mouth. When the girlie says doctor, means great warrior in the language of the forest. I love that piece of information we got back then for that. James Gunn is Mike Flanagan for superhero movies, as far as I can tell. I don't know, we'll see. Mike Flanagan might be the Mike Flanagan for superhero movies when we get his script that he wrote for the Clayface movie, because that's his script. He's not directing it, but he wrote the script for it, so I'm excited to see it nonetheless. Yo, what's up, Darren? How are you doing, man? How's it going? I love the Harry Potter books. It's such an incredible world. I just wish we'd get more from it. That's saying, do not like the idea of a reboot cast. Yeah, I'm saying, I love the books. I love what it brought into my life. I love the world. I love the memories it gave me. I'm just not going to engage with anything new that comes out with it. That's the sucky part of it, because I do love the world, but I can't continue to pursue down that road at this point. But again, I also just feel like it's just like I don't know, man. It's just a reboot of it right now. Seems like just a cash grab. It seems ridiculous, especially with how revered the films even were when they came out. Super hyped for Predator Badlands, mainly because I saw the trailer when I went to Superman. I heard the Who are a Mongolian metal band, and they're awesome. Check out Black Thunder album. I've heard of the Who, and I've heard some of their tracks, and they are pretty fucking sick. I still haven't seen the new trailer for it, but I've heard like shit. I completely forgot. There's an extended, I mean, I already know what's in it, but they released an extended post-credit scene at the Badlands panel at Comic-Con and then put it up online for Killer of Killers, which showcase, or at least answers, some questions that I posed at the end of the video myself. So they revealed a little bit more, which was fun to say. Low-key bummed about the end of the effing world, didn't win. Find it hilarious that when you go from one teen romance to another teen romance. That's just how the votes went, man. It was a landslide victory, to call it one thing, but yeah, I'm 2 or 3 episodes in on Young Royals at the moment, and I'm kind of enjoying the ride. Definitely very, very, very fucking different, though. It was super great to see all the con photos with so many familiar faces. The FOMO for real. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Dude, I had a amazing time. My feet were blistered by the second day. By the second day, my feet were already starting to blister, and it just continued to get worse. But I powered through. I trekked through. I did think I was going to just fall over at times, but I had a damn good time. It'll be this day. I'm still like, who is Cole? Do you know Pokudeku Challenge? I do not. So hyped for Clayface's getting a body horror, and it's going to be combined with Matt Hagen and Basil Carlo storyline. But which one is it going to be? Do we even know like who our primary Clayface is? Which version? But yeah, it is a little bit of the two. Low-key, I've seen better marketing for Elio than what Disney did to Eyes of Wakanda. And that's saying a lot, because they barely did shit for Elio. Honestly, I don't know about Tommy's suit, even because next season is bug-themed, so I don't know. That's interesting. Interesting. Hey, Mac Hammer, can't touch this. I love that. I love Coulson when he can just bring in a little bit of just a little bit of humor into a scenario. It's just so expertly done. August Leo gang. Also, I'm terribly slow at my Heartstopper journey, but my god, Darcy, I hope I didn't get the name wrong, reacting to getting all 9S on her GSE's exam by raising an eyebrow is genuinely diabolical. Yeah, there is that. Let's see. Oh, it's not Darcy. I've forgotten her name, but it's Tara, I think. I think I knew who you meant. Yeah, it was Tara who was like, I think because again, it just plays into this idea that she's just kind of dreading the future that's laid before her. This superstar student, the prefect, the perfect student, all this stuff. You're going to go to Oxford, do all these things. It's like, I think seeing the score is just like, it's like, damn, why don't I feel good about this? Because I don't think it's not at all what she actually wants in the end, I think. Joined the 3rd season of Foundation so far. Glad you're enjoying it. The word Labubu is hell on my Ecolialia? Love the way it sounds. I have never heard of that term before. I can't for my Heroes All Justice to come out. It's been 5 years since the last game. I don't know what that is. Will you react to Superman when it comes to streaming? I went and saw the movie in theaters, so that's a no. I reviewed it. There's a review on the channel, so I will not be reacting to it. Feel bad for the child actors playing the Golden Trio and Harry Potter TV series. it'll be interesting to see how they handle all of that and all of the noise. You know, I do not lament what the kids are going to go through. Every adult had to have known what they were signing on for when they did it. But for the kids, they probably have no fucking clue. With Marvel Zombies having multiple actors and actresses making their second or third appearances post-Endgame, it seems like Marvel secretly fired Don Cheadle. Wait, what, really? I mean, maybe just because he's not in there, he's not gonna... I don't know if I'd say that would write him off from never showing up in anything else again, but who knows? I guess I didn't think about that. What do you hope to see in Helluva Boss Season 3? With that, I'm sorry, but I do not like Stolas' daughter. She's so annoying. How is it always Stolas' fault? Because that's what it's like when you're a teenage kid going through your parents splitting up and you don't know what words your parent is saying are true and what are not. Because all of the actions speak to the contrary. So, like, this is something I'll defend Octavia to no end. Like, I get it from the outsider's perspective, and we know as the viewer these things. From her perspective, it's as she says. Somebody invaded her home, broke up her family, and now that other person is all her father cares about. And on the drop of the dime, you know, he sacrificed his life for him. That life which would have included her. You know, it's like everything Stolas has done just is contrary from her stance, from what she's known and seen, everything he says. And that's going to be part of the journey. Because I highly doubt we'll leave that relationship like that. Plus, she's a teenager still. Like, she's, what, 17? If I remember right. She's the youngest person on the show. Like, she's going to have a completely different and immature and, like, outlook on everything. And then on top of that, you add in the depression. You add in the pills. On top of that, the toxicity, the lies spewed by both parents. Because it's not like she doesn't know that her mom is lying and that she's terrible and all this kind of stuff. But, like it's just like, yeah, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. From her perspective, man. And I'm just going to say, your latest comment about, like, you can tell how much Stolas loves Octavia, like, so much as he's done. It doesn't matter how much you say you love somebody when everything you've done up to this point says the other thing. It doesn't make it not true, but it's not enough at this point. So much has been done wrong for him to be able to pierce that veil just yet. And again, true or not, from her standpoint, because of all of the lies, and because of what he did on broadcast television in hell, that's yet another lie. Like, where does it begin and end? A good liar can cry on command and make you believe whatever you want to believe. Just because we know the truth doesn't change how she sees it. She doesn't know what we know. And again, you got to look at this from a child's perspective. Anyway, I'm getting off of this. I've been Octavia. I know. I've been in those shoes. I think any child, well, maybe not any child, but I feel like a lot of children of divorce and in a toxic situation like that would kind of be able to wrap their head around it a little bit easier than others, but I guess it just depends. But yeah, no, I will defend, like, it doesn't make the situation right or okay, but it's realistic. And sometimes it's things that are realistic, they don't make you feel good. You don't like to watch it, you don't like to see it, but that's how shit be. Have you seen a Dr. Horrible sing-along blog? I have not. I'm not. I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. What animal would you want to be able to transform into like the Animorphs? Give me a wolf. A wolf or a cheetah, I think. Let's see. Did you have the chance to watch Fantastic Four at SDCC Omni? If not, spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. I still have not seen it. All of the screenings that were there were off-site, and I was not, I was too busy, too tired. There was barely a moment where I had an hour that I didn't have something to do. So I couldn't squeeze it in. I know Ronan and Chris, no, not Chris didn't go. I know Ronan, I think, went and saw it the weekend, but the rest of us, we didn't really get, I didn't have time. From my experience in Cali, how does it differ from other states or countries around the world in terms of temperature? I've heard for some people who live there, it's incomparable to London's heat. Which is where I'm from. If that's the case, I might need to take a visit there because it seems like summer hasn't even started, which is crazy to say. I mean, hell, I don't know if there's like a weird thing going on. Obviously, being on the coast, there's a lot of wind as well. So I'm not sure what the norm was, but it was like a cool high 70s, low 80s while I was there. Meanwhile, back home here in West Virginia, it was a hot and humid 92 when I left. So I don't know. I'm not sure what all that equates to over in London, but I didn't mind it at all. Like, I was pretty comfortable walking around the entire time. Like, I got a little heat, a little hot and bothered at times, but for the most part, it was nothing I wasn't used to. But I don't know if that's normal or if that was tepid for San Diego or not. But I don't know. But as far as London, I can't imagine you guys get terrible heat compared to us on any level. But what do I know? Really think you would love IWTV. Oh, Interview with the Vampire, I think. If you gave it a pass based on your experience of the 1994 movie, I promise the show is entirely its own thing, and it's amazing. They started filming season 3 in July. I've heard nothing but great things. I liked the movie, but the show just didn't seem like one of those things that would just kind of scream out to me as something I would choose to watch on my own volition. But who knows? Maybe I'll give it a chance one of these days. Random question: have you ever seen the Terry Tate of Office quarterback commercials? If not, 2 words, watch them. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. No, yeah, I've seen these. I've seen those before. I don't know how I feel about the Jor-El thing, because on one hand it's been done before, but on the other hand it takes away from him loving his real parents and adoptive parents equally. I get that. I know that there's a desire for that, which I think it'll come, but I don't think it'll come soon. I think focusing in on the humanity is what we needed to do right now. And I don't know. If we had to settle for one or the other, I'm glad they went with the human parents, but I feel like it's not as simple as all of that. I'm still struggling with the decision to watch The Sandman Season 2. Love the comics. I know it's great, but it's hard to forget all the darkness surrounding it. I mean, with that, I don't feel like it's surrounding it, personally. And also, from what the people behind the show have said, at least with the show, he barely had any involvement outside of helping get the ball rolling and having written the source material. And it's just, unfortunately, because of that, that's obviously going to be a rain cloud over top of it. This is a situation where I can separate the art from the artist in this scenario, because I feel like there's so little involvement there, and it's not like any of this is going to go into any of the crazy shit that's going on. But it's also some of the best fucking TV we've had in years. Like, it is absolute art. That Citizen was autocorrect. Oh, okay, fair enough. How'd you feel if Brandon Sklenar became Batman? He's in the running. I mean, at this point, I just want to know who the Batman's going to be. Bring it. I don't care. We've looked at him before. I'd be fine with it. Yeah, the Peacemaker panel, James Gunn said Peacemaker Season 2 will delve into another universe, and there are at least 100 universes in the DCU, which means there could be more down the road. That's interesting. I did not know for that. I'm glad for other people if the Hellaverse is in 100, but I don't want that to be the case. I hate how toxic Melissa Benoist and her character is. Again, you're making shit up. There's nothing toxic about her or her character. Just because you like the character doesn't make the other things true. But I like her iteration. It's just not a comic accurate one. Yeah, keep that out of here. Keep that out of here, hero. Because you're just spewing stuff as if it's fact, and it's just because you don't like that interpretation of the character. And you're saying fucking just straight up lies like that. I'm not having that. Let's see. What's up, Colleen? I'm a new hero on your Patreon. Also, have watched the One Piece live action before the anime. I am caught up, but I love watching your journey, especially now. Water 7 is such a turning point. Oh, fucking yes, it is. Especially, well, if you're a hero, you haven't seen like where I'm at on the next set of episodes, the next 6 episodes. Holy shit. The Twisteroonies. Holy hell. Like Elvis the Alien on YouTube? No, but I do like Elvis the Alien on YouTube. I like a lot of Elvis the Alien on YouTube. Wait a minute, what comes out after Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow? Lantern show before or after her movie? Honestly, I'm not sure. Jimmy Olsen's show? Why? Yeah, I'm iffy on a Jimmy Olsen show. I'd rather a Daily Planet show instead. That might be a little more bearable, I'd think. So true, though. It's such a great piece of art, but directly funds J.K. Rowling, making her richer and allowing her to dump more money into all of these different hate campaigns and politicians she's funding and stuff. Let's see. Who you want to see as the new Wonder Woman? I don't really have a lot of names that I would throw into the hat, but I don't know. I haven't seen any that I've like straight up be against. I think a popular one was Adriana Arjona from Andor. I could get behind that. But I really think Melissa Barrera would kill it. Yeah, I mean, I could get behind that too. It just depends. Depends. I just want to know who they're going to be, man. I've been seen this on TikTok, but I've seen like fan art of Iris from The Flash and saying Savitar had one job. But on your opinion, how do you feel about her? Like, I liked her, but I'm kind of confused. Is that they stayed true to the comics with Barry and Iris, but they killed Lance? I can't spell her damn name, but they killed her for Felicity for Oliver. I mean, I'm okay with what they did on both fronts. I don't understand the crazy hatred Iris gets in the fandom from the TV show. Don't get it. As far as killing off Laurel in Arrow, the way they did it was just ass. Just to bring her back as a better version of her character was a little frustrating, to say the least. But I think they decided to go with Felicity because they felt like they just had better chemistry. So they were like, we just focus on where the magic is happening and write our way around that. I don't know why they decided to kill Laurel though. Even though that Laurel I hated as Black Canary. I did not like that at all. Especially when she first started out. Laurel 2 from Earth 2, significantly better version of the character. But the one we met and that eventually tried to follow in her sister's footsteps, I could never buy into it. I could never buy that she would become the Dinah Lance that I know from the comics. So I understand them tweaking things and going where things made sense and ending things where it maybe quite didn't. Dean Cain can go sit down in the loser corner with Kevin Sorbo. Agreed! America the Motion Picture is an animated action comedy written by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and is capital. I say insane, with George Washington with the arm-mounted chainsaws type insane. I'm gonna have to look into this, man. What the hell? Dean Cain, Kevin Sorbo, James Woods, Nightmare Blunt rotation. Yeah. Yep, I can second that. Also, what do you think of James Gunn saying we won't see the Flash or Aquaman in the DCU within the next 2 years? I mean, I'm not surprised that it wouldn't be within the next 2 years. They still got so much else to expand, especially with them limiting how much they put out. I get it. Just as long as we get to them eventually. But like they've said so far, they're going to be laying out their main characters and then building to the Justice League. They're not just going to throw us into the Justice League. So I would expect they will get their own movies or pop up as a guest star in another thing before all of that comes around, at least. Let's see. I'd rather have a Reverse Flash movie origin story instead of a Jimmy Olsen show. 100%. What? What's the hate with Dean Cain? He's a fucking raging bigot. And an idiot. Who can't remember shit he's done himself. He's also just fueling the fucking grift out there and all this racist rhetoric. Anyway, regarding what 10K said above, I hate how people will hate on Iris by saying Savitar had one job while ignoring all the toxic stuff. Melissa's character did. Iris is better. I don't understand what the hell you're talking about. I'm not even going to have this. I'm not going to engage if you're going to keep circling things, because it's like it's become like weirdly a common topic you forcefully bring up. Again, you can not like an interpretation of the character, but you're making this about the actress and about that version as if there's not a bajillion different versions of the character. I'm not going to keep reading these comments, man. Mike Flanagan is fucking the game up for everyone. I'm so hyped. Same. Did you hear about the South Park episode? I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it. I haven't watched that show in years, but I've heard that episode is funny. So Paul Revere becomes RoboCop Centaur. What the fuck? Yeah, that does seem pretty wild. That's a weird question, but we're all nerds here. Has anyone heard anything about the animated version of The Adventure Zone? I don't know what The Adventure Zone is. When does Predator Badlands take place? In chronological advance to all the other Predator movies. I think significantly further into the future. I think it's the furthest into the future I mean, it is. It has to be. Since there's working synths in it. It's got to be the furthest out that we've ever seen a Predator film set. To my knowledge, at least. What Pokemon would you want to be? Would I want to be? I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't know. Maybe I'll just default to Charizard or Mewtwo. Mewtwo would be pretty cool. Let's see. When James does do Reverse Flash, who do you think is going to be worse, him or Lex? I hope him, but we'll see. I hope it's Reverse Flash. Did they see the Percy Jackson season 2 trailer? No, I have not yet. It's Matt Hagen. Okay, cool. Oh, what's up, Draven? How you doing, bud? Been a minute. How's it being back home? Back in a little old home after everything we went through. Hope you had a lot of fun your first time at SDCC. Also, how was meeting Danny Mata for the first time? It was a lot of fun. The first time we bumped into each other was on the first day when we were both sprinting to get to a con on time. And that was when I stopped and we got the picture together. But he didn't put together who I was at the moment. But he messaged me later on Instagram and be like, holy shit, dude, that was you? I totally forgot. I'm sorry. And then we met back up at the after party Friday, and we chit-chatted quite a bit there. But super nice dude. Super nice dude. But yeah, we talked for quite a bit at the after party. And the rest of the year, we're getting Peacemaker Season 2, Wednesday Season 2, Daryl Dixon Season 3, Gen V Season 2, Welcome to Derry, Fallout Season 2. Fallout Season 2 is still going to be coming out this year? Is it? I didn't know that. Wonder Man and Stranger Things Season 5. Dude, Stranger Things... Dude, don't get me started on that. They are ruining every holiday for me this year. But at least it's the last time, right? Oh yeah, Percy Jackson Season 2 as well. Who is more funny / witty, Coulson or Mac? I'm gonna definitely go with Coulson. Mac's got some zingers, but Coulson always has something to say. And Marvel Zombies. Have I heard of Full Test Animation? If not, he's most known for his Superman vs. Omni-Man video. It's pretty well animated, although he does use pre-existing audio clips, so it can be a little jarring. I think I've seen this, but I don't know if I've seen anything else on their channel so far. Yeah, we do have a lot of content coming for the rest of the year, that is for sure. What's up, Jane Foster? It was great meeting you at PeachCon. Likewise. Loving your Sandman reactions. Hope you're enjoying reading through the books as well, or will soon. I promise my mini essays will remain spoiler free. I definitely want to know your input on these last couple of episodes. I still have to record the final 2 episodes, though. I have not watched them yet, so I don't want it to end, man. I don't want it to end. Is Omni going to react to the movie Novocaine? I hope to eventually, but when, I don't know. Also, in Ozzy Pass, I saw his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony video, and him singing along to his songs is just so bittersweet, you know? Yeah, it was heartbreaking, man. Do you think for the new X-Men movie, they should start off as teenagers or adults already? How about young adults? Like, they've just cusped. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could, I would, if we had to pick between the two, I'd go adult, I think. For sure. Oh, it's an odd HD thing. It's pronounced Echo Leia. Extra Leia. It's when certain words or phrases sounds are interesting or fun enough to make me repeat it myself. Oh, well then I do that. I do that a lot. And I get that, Labubu. I get that. It gives you a little tickle. We'll be reacting to Eyes of Wakanda eventually, but don't know when. Octavia Defense Squad. Yes, indeed. Tolis did say he may never see her again. He will. Oh, he will. We have, before this ends, we will mend that relationship. I'm confident even, Blitz will mend his relationship with Barbie, and it'll be one happy family. Also, in a prior stream, someone asked if you'd react to Solo Leveling, and I do ask, how about no? In all seriousness, Solo Leveling is fine, but it's just junk food. It's very well made junk food, but junk food all the same. Hey, junk food's junk food, man. I'm fine with junk food being junk food. I will say, because we needed somebody to cover it, I drew the straw to cover the panel for, what was it? Demon Slayer at the con for the new movie. So I had no context for anything that was happening. But I saw like the first, 13 minutes of the film and a bunch of other stuff they announced there about it. And I gotta say, from not knowing at all what's happening or who anybody is or what's going on, that shit was kind of fucking cool. So who knows? I might have to check that shit out. Do I like Five Nights at Freddy's? I thought the movie was fine. I have not played a single game. What is my Power Rangers dream team? Tommy, Adam. God, this is going to take a minute. Let's just go through my favorite characters. Tommy, Adam, Trip, Bridge, and Andros. Let's see. What's up, Shojiku? How are you? I don't know when you're going to see this, but that I'm following you for quite a while. But I'm following you for from quite a moment now. I really enjoy your vibe and your content. Greetings from France. Well, shouts out to France. Well, thank you. Let's go. I appreciate you being here. Sorry it took me a little bit to get to you. Honestly, we're actually doing way better than we normally do on time. But that took me a little while to get your comment here. And then Cranko here is repeating some comments. Unless you deleted that previous one and then retyped it. But I already answered this one. By the way, the Lantern show has now wrapped and now Clayface will begin filming soon. Sweet. In NC, it's been a humid ass, horrible hellscape. I hate it here so much. Yeah, it's a lot more humid down that way. But it's been pretty gross here as well. East Coast has just been pretty fucking humid in general as of late. Hey, Cranko, stop spamming, because I see you put it again here just a few minutes ago. No, you didn't. Did you? Yeah, you did. Or maybe I just read it again on the other thing. Sorry, maybe I got a little too stippy. What do I do if my country, I can't use Patreon? VPN? Yes. I mean, I guess I don't know. Cause YouTube memberships don't allow me to release things that I want to, at least in an easy way. So like, I can't really do the same thing I'm doing on Patreon on YouTube. So I just consolidate everything else over to Patreon. So, I mean, I guess the only thing I could say is VPN, but I heard that's getting like stamped down now too over there with everything else that's been going on with all the censorship and whatnot I've been hearing about. So, I mean, honestly, I don't even know what country you're in. So I'm assuming, I don't know why I automatically assumed you're in the UK or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. VPN is probably the best answer if you really, really want to jump on the early bird train or just show some support for the channel and anything like that. I mean, I got the low tier for the streams, so you can get the icon, the emojis, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Should I even watch Clayface since I did not want to watch Penguin? How are those connected at all? One's DCU, one's not. So I don't understand the connection. What Yu-Gi-Oh monster / card would you want to be? Dark Paladin. That's my favorite card. Dark Paladin. All the way. Sandegan here is pretty mild, especially next to the water. Is that general? Is that usually how it is? Pretty tame. I know like the coast, because a lot of the wind from the sea helps keep things from being too bad. I want to get going. I got to get going now. God, can't talk. I have to get going now, but see you next stream. Take it easy, Sheldor. Enjoy your week. Who wants to help me bully Neil Jordan and Byzantium into releasing a third queer vampire film to compete with the Triforce? To complete the Triforce, make up the third season of the Burgers to me? Superman, I have a theory that Ultraman is going to become Bizarro because Lex said he was dumb and not that smart, and he died, and he's not dead, or he could become Doomsday. I hope they don't do Doomsday. I don't think I said it ever in my video because that would have been spoilers, but one of the things I talked about after the fact with other people that have seen the film was that I do think that they are setting up Ultraman to become Bizarro, because that press thing that Greg and the Rejects got to go to, when they got to go into this, where this building was made up to look like the inside of the Daily Planet. One of the posters that was up on the board was for one of the headlines read Bizarro on it. So very well could be. Who's Melissa Benoist? She's the actress that played Supergirl on the Arrowverse. Okay, you convinced me. I'll watch it. The Sandman season 2. If there was minimal involvement, it changes things. Yeah. I mean, that's the showrunner currently, and the writers that are working on season 2 have been trying to like drown everything out. They're like, hey guys, please Just watch the show. We worked on this way more than he ever did, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they were just begging for people to not let that weigh down everything. So I'll take their word for it. But it's good. It's good. It's so good. Yeah, I can see how it might be your cup of tea. If there are any retired Fannables in the chat, we were bummed that NBC Hannibal series never got a 4th season. Should watch Interview. Dude, I wish they got a 4th season. I loved NBC's Hannibal. That was such a good show. I can still bring it back. August is a good month for shows with Twisted Metal, King of the Hill coming back, and Peacemaker Season 2. And Wednesday. We got that this month as well. But yeah, King of the Hill starts, what? Monday? Sorta Stupid just released an animated short based on their webtoon, and it looks good. Have you gotten a chance to watch it yet? I have not. Billy Destroys the World or Saves the World? Billy Saves the World, I think? I can't remember. Yeah, I didn't know they released it yet so much yet. I'm so split on a King of the Hill reboot, especially after what happened to Jonathan. I understand. I get that. But we'll see. We'll see how everything goes. Have I played Until Dawn or the Dark Picture anthology games? I played Until Dawn, but that's the only one I've played. Yeah, I played it when I played Until Dawn when it first came out and made that that was like a couple day binge that I did with that one. I really liked Until Dawn, which is why it's a disappointment that the movie carrying its name was fucking had nothing to do with it. King of the Hill, Stranger Things are what I'm most looking forward to. Fair. DC needs to learn from their mistakes and avoid retreading too much of the territory they've already beat to death. Very true. Very true. What's up, Sapphire Raven? Love you, Omni. Love you all back. Hell yeah. Welcome. Sorry, I'm stuck on RoboCop Centaur. Yeah, that did stop me in my tracks for a hot minute. With the appearance of Hulk and Punisher in Brand New Day, I definitely feel like there would be a solid theme about rage, loneliness, and parallels with Peter. Also cool to know the Scorpion is coming. Yes, I think out of everything, obviously I can't wait to see more Punisher, but I'm just so glad we're finally circling back on Michael Mando's Scorpion. God, it's been too damn long. Adventure Zone is the McElroy family D&D play podcast. Oh, Dude, everybody's got a D&D podcast these days. I didn't know that the McElroy boys had one. I'd be very curious to check that out then. Also, I am so for real you should listen to the Adventure Zone Balance. It's a D&D podcast campaign ran by the McElroys from a Bam Bam. And their dad is an incredible journey. Hell yeah. Them good old Huntington boys up there. Probably the best thing to come out of Huntington, to be honest. Yeah, I might have to give it a listen. We on occasion listen to, like, especially if I'm on a drive or anything like that. My brother and me is one of the podcasts sometimes we'll just turn on to listen to during the drive. Dawn and Luther are card-carrying members of the Player Haters Club. That they are. Spider-Man, Hulk, and Punisher, honestly, it's an interesting team. That is, if they are a team at all. I think that'll be the fun of it. I'm guessing rumors were true about the Hulk being in Spider-Man 4. I wonder what Frank and the Hulk's interaction would be like. Well, rumors were... Well, never mind. I'm not going to say anything in case they turn out to be true. Let's see. Little Anna, what's up? Hi, I just want to tell you how much I like what you do. I have no one in real life to watch all that stuff I love with, and especially Sandman recently occupied my mind so much the past weeks. Well, I'm glad that you have somebody to watch it with, and what you just expressed is the entire reason I even started this channel. So I totally get where you're coming from on that front. Looks like Ronan's in the chat. Kipasa bro, how's the post SDCC sleeping schedule? Honestly, pretty much just right back to how terrible it was before the convention, to be honest. Hoping in the future we see Reed Richards and Peter Parker work together. That would be really cool. I hope so as well. Since we all love Wild Robot, but I'm also a big Bad Guys fan, I hope you don't mind you see both two movies too soon. I did watch Wild Robot, but I haven't seen The Bad Guys, and I know the new one's coming out soon too, right? Or it's already out. I can't remember which. Yeah, same. I like them as teenagers, but I like them more as adults. They get into more badass stuff as adults. Agreed. I think that's kind of more of it too, and I just kind of want to get past any of the... I mean, I guess that's part of the fun of it too at times, but away from the teen drama of it all, but... Because it'd be a little too close, I think, if we do get a Young Avengers, you know? Yeah, I cried during the last episode of The Sandman, and then the bonus episode got me again. I have so many thoughts. I had to reread the book for the bonus episode as I hadn't read it in years. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to get to it. Well, again, like I said, I both can't wait and I am dreading it being over. I think it was Rough from Sort of Stupid that said, like, 5 minutes into K-pop Demon Hunters look better than Demon Slayers. I mean, it's a completely different art style altogether, but it's hard to say. I can't really compare the two, but it's pretty damn good. Both are from what I've seen. I am almost done with South of Midnight game on Game Pass, and I really love it. The stop motion style is just really awesome. South of Midnight. That sounds familiar. Oh, right. I remember this being showed off. Yeah, okay. So, I don't know. Maybe it's changed since it actually came out, but when they were showing this game off as stop motion-esque, I didn't think it looked stop motion at all. It just looked like it had a lower frame rate, but I never once got the vibe that it captured what it felt like to watch something in stop motion. I wonder if that's changed since it's come out at all. But I haven't kept up with it, so I'm not really all that sure. What's up, reading number 7? How are you? Good evening, everyone. That's my best professor vibe from Futurama right there. Let's see. Thoughts on Marvel recasting Captain America and Iron Man? I mean, it's going to happen anyway, and they announced Secret Wars, which already by announcing Secret Wars basically suggests already we're going to be rebooting the universe, which they have now confirmed. So, I mean, it's going to happen. Going to be new, younger actors to carry on the torch and mantle in the new movies to come. Dark Paladin, nice choice, but why? Is cool sword because Dark Magician, Buster Blader fusion? Other? Because it's the Dark Magician and Buster Blader fusion, mostly. Just because it's got all the aesthetics of the Dark Magician, which I like. It has a buffed version of Buster Blader's effect. So he's just a dragon wielder, or you could do Dark Paladin Dragon Rider. But Dark Paladin's always kind of been my go-to favorite card. I just love the look, the vibe, the combo, those two, the stats, the effects. Aesthetically, I just like the entire Dark Magician family, but I love that one the most, I think. Am I much of a Mario Party or Mario Kart player? I'm going to be getting a Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo. I will probably eventually get a Switch 2 because I want to play the Zelda games with a better frame rate and also get the better experience when I actually start Scarlet. But Mario Party, I love it, but I mean, I can't find it. I don't really get to play it on my own a lot. Last time I played it, though, was with Jay and them on his channel, and that's the only time I really ever play any of those multiplayer games like that. Last question for the day, but what character in either Has-Been, Hotel, or Helluva Boss is most like you? Probably Moxie. I'm I think if we have to pick a singular character, Moxie is probably the most like me. But I think to get a more accurate image, you'd probably have to blend Moxie and Husk. Because Moxie's a little too far the one direction, and Husk is a little too far the other direction. But I think if you combined Husk and Moxie, I think you'd get a good approximation of myself. I'm trying to think. If there's anybody I'm forgetting about. I think that's pretty accurate. Man, I love apple juice. Borgia, long story short, it's Catholic shit. I'd recommend the show because it's Jeremy Irons and Sean Harris, and the first 2 seasons are good. Just that fucking 3rd season. Interesting. Anywho, I'm about to see y'all next time, and remember to drink water and hug your family before they're gone. Very, very accurate. Let's see. Yo, did you see the Spider-Man suit reveal? Yes, I did. We talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream. I like it. I don't like the way the web shooters look, but the suit as a whole, though, I like it. Do you think they will use Doom like Reverse Flash, where it's another person just using tech to look like a person? I mean, that's something I've speculated before already, is that he's using the image of Robert Downey Jr. because he's targeted this universe and he knows what this face means in this universe. And he's using that as this psychological warfare. I think that's what I think is happening. Who's my DCU Batman fan cast? Alan Ritchson is probably my favorite pick so far that I've seen. Don't drive during the first arc of the Avenger Zone. Episode 5 made me laugh so hard I almost threw up. Look up the life and death of Brian. Adventure Zone animation, and if you enjoy it, let's say let it rip. I'll have to check it out. Life of Chuck shot into my top 5 films of the year. The combo of King and Flanagan works like a treat in my book. Subtle, gently told, but very, very good. I strongly recommend. I mean, it's not the only time he's done King, too. And I forgot that's already come out. It never released in theaters here, and that pissed me off, dude. That was my most anticipated movie of the year, I think. Like, right up there with Superman. And now Superman was only because I was so anxious about whether or not I was going to like it or not. Life of Chuck, I just wanted to see it. But it's fucking out now. Now I just got to figure out how to find time to watch it. What was the last video I watched? Technically, I mean, not even technically, it was. The last video I watched was the new Helluva Boss short. Before that, I was in the middle of watching Greg and... Why am I blanking on his name? I was watching the Rejects react to the 1990 TMNT movie. Still the best one that has been made. What's up, Cole? Again, back again. Been a good year for horror this year. Sinners, now looking forward to Weapons and Conjuring 4, The Black Phone 2. Dude, I can't wait for Conjuring 4. I know it's been a little hit or miss with the storylines and stuff like that, but I love them all the same. And I can't wait to see how they bring the story to a close. Sorry, everyone, I've got to go. Have a good week. You as well. Forgot to say hello from the UK. Hope all is well in the Omni world. Everything is pretty good so far. Just been fucking busy and tired as all hell. Hope we see Sony Animation become the A24 of animated films. I mean, so far it kind of has been. And I heard we're getting a sequel to Mitchell's versus the Machines as well, which I really liked. How's your day going? Good so far. Let's see. I was about to say Moxie all day. Good to hear, but capable of rage. Very capable of rage. What is a show or movie that you absolutely love despite it not being good? I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, from my standpoint, if I'm watching a show, I'm going to think it's good, even if it's not always good. Like, because I think the Flash as a whole is a good show. It just falls off real hard towards the end. And there's shows I like that some people think aren't good that I did enjoy. I don't know. That isn't good, but I still enjoy it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking of anything right there. I guess we could go to movie instead, because you did give me the or. The Room. Terrible movie, but I fucking love it. I love quoting it. I love watching it. So I guess that works. I just can't think of a show that I'd put myself through to that point. Which you enjoy more, Superman or Fantastic Four? Well, by default, Superman, because I have still not seen Fantastic Four yet. I see complaints online about Captain America and Iron Man being recast. I don't see what the issue is. We have different Batman actors, different Spider-Man actors. It's because they're afraid of it breaking away from the continuity, but once we get to Secret Wars, it will be the continuity. Richard managed to make me care about Hank Hall in Titan's show, which was a feat and a half. Him and Dove were my favorite aspects of that show. In the early seasons, outside of the costumes, they were the only characters I actually gave a shit about. And yeah, Hank is what kind of sold me on him. Obviously, he was Aquaman before, but I really, really dug him as Hank, and he's just... him as Reacher, man, it's just primo shit. I'm still sad about Sandman ending. Can I ask a question, though? Could be spoiling for people who haven't seen. Or remember, I have not seen the last 2 episodes still. Episode 11 and 12. Haven't seen them yet, so... fire away. Well, hold up. I know somebody else was weren't sure if they were going to be actually watching it or not, so I don't know if we should put that in the chat. So excited about the Legend of Zelda movie. It's nice that they got unknown actors. It's nice, but I wish, like with the Mario movie, we would have just done another animated movie. I don't know why it's got to be live action. And maybe that's just because I want Nintendo to have a very consistent looking universe so that we can have a Super Smash Brothers movie at some point. Richard was fucking hot as Reacher. Let's see. Let's go! See you later. Take it easy, sketch. If Doctor Who... sorry, I deleted and reworded some stuff. All good. I think we got to the same point in the end. If Doctor Who ends up getting canceled, I wonder if it will ever get revived this time. I'm sure it will eventually. You know, it's one of those things that I think it's so culturally entangled with the country and all of that kind of stuff in the world. It would have to, it survived one cancellation. I'm sure it'll survive another. It just depends on when. Have you heard any updates on Nomota getting a sequel at Netflix? I have heard absolutely nothing. Smoking Aces. People hate that movie for some reason. It is dead ass in my top 10. People hate Smoking Aces? I mean, I've only seen it the one time. The one time I saw it in theaters. I just remember having a damn good time. I don't know, but I haven't seen it since then, so who knows? See here, we just had someone literally just join and be like, oh, Smoking Aces? It's dope. Do I have a favorite reaction video? As in a reactor to a specific episode or movie? Like for me or of somebody else? I'm not sure if I could come up with a straight one answer for any of that. Either way. I don't know if you can act or not, but given the choice, would you rather appear in Star Wars, Middle-earth, Hogwarts, Marvel, or DC? Star Wars. I would much rather show up in a Star Wars project. I think that would be so much more fun. Like, I love DC, but who would I be? I mean, if I'd be like one of the heroes, sure, that'd be maybe kind of fun, but I feel like just popping up in Star Wars would just be so much more fun. But I don't know. Don't mind me when it comes to these Sandman spoilers. Read the comics. Okay, never mind. Then we're good. We're good. They've read the comics, so you can shoot your question. Hello, people. How are you? Smoking Ace says, is dope. Doctor Who will never stay dead. I believe that in my heart. I agree. Went to Montreal Comic-Con. It was fun and saw my friend. Well, hell yeah. Glad you got to see your friend and had some fun. All right, let's go to the really important core stuff. Favorite D&D class? I favor the Ranger. And I don't know necessarily why, because I just think I like the Ranger vibe, aesthetic, kit, even though in comparison to some other things, it can kind of be a little shitty. And you can kind of get locked in real easily into doing a singular type of thing. But I like it. I don't know. Give me a bow, an arrow, and a wolf companion, and I'm good. Doctor Who means so much to so many people, and the mechanics of the canon make it infinitely rebootable. So very, very fucking true. It's an awesome movie. It might not be good for a retro movie review. The last 10 minutes convinced me Ryan Reynolds can actually act. I mean, I think he can. He just has a shtick that he sticks to, and it just works for him. Because you always get that check. Hey, I was on my TV. Oh, okay. Got a new fan cast, Jack Quaid as Elongated Man. I could see it. I could see that. What fictional world / universe would you most want to visit or live in? Either Star Wars or Avatar The Last Airbender, I think. Favorite episode of New Doctor Who? I think my single favorite episode of the show is 9/11, where season 9, episode 11, where the Doctor has to break a wall that is 400 times harder than diamond. A close second would be season 1, episode 6, titled Dalek, which solidified the Ninth Doctor and shut down those who were skeptical maybe about a reboot. I think that's what you meant to say there. I don't know, man. Picking a singular episode is super difficult for me. But I think if I had to pick one, the one that sticks with me the most is the Doctor and Vincent, I think. I cry every time. But the Dalek episode, like you mentioned in this one, that's the one that really hooked me to the show in general, was that one right there. Have I watched American Horror Story? I have watched all of it up until, what was the last season I watched? 1984? The camper slasher season? I think that was the last one I watched. Favorite season? Honestly, it's the first. The first season's my favorite season. I think that's one of the things that made it really difficult. My favorites, like, I love 1, 3, 4, 2. That's my top 4, I think. 4 was Hotel, right? God. Seasons. I just need to look. That doesn't sound right now that I'm saying that out loud in my head. 4 was Freak Show. Never mind. I did not like Freak Show that much. Hotel. So 5. 1, 3, 5, 2, and then Apocalypse. That would be my top 5. What's up, Ghostblade? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope the con cold is getting better. It is. I think we're on the up end, but like the more I talk, the raspier my voice can tend to get. So I'm kind of hitting that point right now in the stream. Jack Quaid could do it. I think so as well. Part 1, got it. Without spoiling the end, that specific white-wearing person, I like how you're trying to still be spoiler-free, in the comics support to look like Lord Shaper himself. Because you know, but like you saw, now it's Grey Worm. I saw lots of people are bothered by it. I haven't read the comics, so that doesn't bother me, even though I thought I would love to see him again. What's your opinion on it? I thought it was great, considering what they did in the show and how things played out the way they did. Honestly, I mean, obviously I know there's other actors out there, and they probably settled for one that is recognizable. That might have been part of it, but he's also a good actor. So like, I like that choice. And I was like, damn. And I don't know what they wouldn't have liked about it. It might be the same thing they didn't like about Death. It might be just a partial critique on the overall aesthetic, because Daniel Hall has a very unique look in the comics from what I can recall. And the aesthetic does kind of throw it off a little bit, going with what they did. But I like it. I thought it was a sick-ass reveal, and I'm so sad to watch the next couple of episodes. But I love the garb. I love the vibe. I love the entrance, and yeah. Y'all know who you know all who spawned from? Y'all know who he's the spawn from? Yes, I do. Not sure about everybody else. When are we going to get an update about a Wolverine game that's been in development for a long time? Who knows, man. If they want to reboot Doctor Who, I have a bunch of scripts they can have. I wrote them to stay sane while serving in Iraq. It's one way to do it, man. And you are a script fiend, so I wonder what all you've come up with here. Autocorrect ain't on my side today. Bloody hell. Blink, Girl in the Fireplace, and Silence in the Library. Ooh, Silence in the Library. That's hard to go with that because, you know, it is a two-parter. But it's still a solid fucking two-parter. Game Ranks was just bitching about Wolverine. Or Game Cross. Not familiar. Not familiar. The entirety of Donna's run. Donna is still my favorite companion from New Who. So I've been watching your Sandman reactions. I think one of the Furies is always Sinister. Each sister represents a different aspect of the mythos. The sinister one is Fury, the youngest is the kindly one, and the one who's always weaving is Fate. I think that makes sense. That lines up, because they very much so, she's impartial. The young one seems to be a little more lenient. The old one is just always out for blood. So yeah. Let's see. I'm in an abusive relationship with American Horror Story. Yeah. I was for a long time too, until I finally broke up with it. It disappoints me every time, but I still keep letting it back into my life. So, I mean, was there a time where you weren't disappointed? I have to imagine at some point you were. I love the first season. Season 2, I still enjoyed, but I didn't love it as much as the first. It's just like every season, I don't know. Season 3 I loved. Hotel I loved. I was iffy on 2 and 4. And then from that point onward, it just was like, it was diminishing returns, man. Thoughts on Steve Yeun as voicing adult Zuko? I get it if they want somebody to sound older, but then again, Dante Bosco is older and still sounds exactly the same. I don't know why they didn't bring back Dante at all, unless they just really wanted to. Maybe it doesn't come across enough in his voice that the character has aged, even though in real life that is just the truth for Dante Bosco. So I kind of get it, but I don't know. It kind of sucks at the same time, because you could probably just ask Dante to do her deeper voice as well. But I know they're recasting the entire crew. Excuse me, that's not Grey Worm. That is Luis de blah blah. He owns the night. I don't know who the fuck that is. I saw that comment earlier as well. Oh, I guess that's a character he plays in Interview. Sorry, he's always going to be, Yeah, he's always going to be Grey Worm to me, bud. But Luis de Pont-de-Lac. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Luis de Pont-du-Lac. See, if I just do it reasonably, slowly, I could kind of get it. If you do an animation poll after Gravity Falls and Amphibia, would you be willing to for putting Ruby on the list? Yeah, I'd probably put it on there. And for your long-term slots after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., maybe TNG. I think TNG is on the list already, so we'll see. I do not think Steven Yeun is playing Adult Zuko. Might be fake off like Invincible did with Conquest as Negan, since Steven Yeun plays another character in Legend of Korra. I'm pretty sure it was officially confirmed as such, but who knows? Fun note, Daniel's actor is also Luis in Interview. They were worried he wouldn't do it, but he's also a super fan of the comics. Well, hell yeah. That's cool. Immediately stands up at the mention of Ruby again. Hey, Omni, see? It's not just me. Fair enough. Fair enough. I know it's not just you, especially when it comes to the comments, like on the videos. Also, the actors from Avatar: The Last Airbender should have all grown up by now, so they should have just been good and quite obvious pick. You would think, but I think they're trying to cast appropriately for their ethnicities as well. Though, that doesn't excuse the Dante Bosco out, since Steven Yeun is also not the same as the character. So they're just blanket casting Asian, which is a little rough if you look at it that way. But that's been what I've heard. I don't know. I don't think we have the confirmed voice actors for the rest of the crew, but I agree. I think they should have just went with everybody that was in there before, especially with Zach. Because he sounds nothing like Aang now. Which is kind of the point. Like, get the same people. That's how I feel about it, but whatever. We'll see. Thought he did amazing. I can't wait to see, hopefully we get to see more of him in the next little bit. What's up, OG Mr. Ghost? How are you? That Vincent episode is phenomenal, though definitely a top 5 for me. Same. Also, I love the little detail about the Mother Knight being a botanist, cause plants could signify as family trees. I like that as well. Sorry if you got this, asked this a few times before, but have you seen Blitz vs. Grandpa yet? I think somebody asked that the last stream as well. But I haven't. I have not seen it yet. And YouTube, I have this on loop, you dumb bitch. That means loop the video. Don't go to the next video. Go back. God damn it. There we go. I don't know why it keeps doing that shit, man. Oh, and the secret skin of Fortnite is the Megazord from Mighty Morphin. Are you serious? Well, then why the fuck are they going with his dino outfit? God damn it. Why would you do that? Hold on. Okay. So someone in the comments on this thing saying it's not just the Dino Black, but they're also doing the White Ranger as an option or a skin option on it. But if we're getting Tommy Oliver skins, I might have to get back on Fortnite, man. I'm not going to miss on that. Science in the Library will always kick me in the gut. So many good lines, so many lore drops. Yes. Yes. Dude, I still, it gets me. It kicks me right in the emotional nuts. The oldest of the three is always sinister because even as the fates, she is the one who cuts the thread. So she is the most sinister as the fur. Sorry, kindly ones. Haha, I see what you did there. I think, and I'll go ahead and talk to you about this. It's like, I think I fell prey to being blinded by fury, much like Lyta, in the way that I kind of after the fact was able to rationalize their rampant disregard for other lives, quote unquote lives, because I forget that these dreams, they don't exist apart from Dream. They're his literal creation and they bear his existence. So hurting them and the dreaming does hurt him. I also saw a comment that somebody pointed out is like that realistically they don't have the physical power to take out Dream himself if they were to fight. So that's why they're also targeting the dreaming to force him to relent. To which he does. So yeah, I don't know. I agree regarding Donna Noble. She might be the only assistant that actually challenged the Doctor on his ethics rather than get all doughy-eyed for him. Their constant conflict was a joy to watch. Agreed. They were very much so like siblings, it felt like to me. And I like that dynamic. They actually felt like siblings slash best friends, which that's what it felt like, man. I loved it. Again, haven't read the comics, but why Dream couldn't fight the Furies? Isn't Dream way more powerful than the kindly ones? I know there are rules, but come on, Stream. I think by the end of it, like you said, he's just tired and he's just done. At least American Horror Stories only disappoints me in just being too short instead of being as bad as some AHA seasons. Oh yeah, I never even watched American Horror Stories, for that matter. Donna was the most important woman in the universe, and the Doctor's best friend, and also my mom now. Donna Noble has been saved. Oh, yeah. There's one fandom I love more than Sandman is Star Trek. You know, you doing in... I keep saying NTG. TNG would be lit. Hot seat question. Which sibling of the Endless do you relate to the most? Because me, personally, I relate to Delirium. Oof. Which one do I relate to the most? Honestly, probably Delirium, not Delirium, sorry. Probably Death, weirdly enough. Like, I almost wanted to say Dream himself, but I've never been, like, I've been selfish, I've been the spoiled child, I've been all those things, needing things to be my way, throwing a fit when it's not. You know, I think a lot of us have been that, but I think that's where it ends. So like somewhere between him and Death, I think. But if I had to pick one, I probably would settle with Death. At least if we're talking like me currently, probably Death. What's your favorite trope? Like, let's say a character using another character's weapon. Reluctant hero-enemy team-up. I like that one a lot. I guess my question was too long to read. This is the first comment from you I have in the chat at all, Thomas. So if you sent anything, YouTube deleted it because it did not show up for me at all. This is the only comment I have from you in the chat. Yeah, all stream long. This is the only one I can see. I personally think Grey Worm did a marvelous job. You're going to love him in the next episode. Hell yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I've liked him in everything I've seen him in. What else was he just in recently? I mean, he was just in Doctor Who not too long ago as well. But I feel like there was something else that I'm not thinking about. Couldn't help it, teasing with love as always. Apparently it's Yawn. Oh, I thought it was Yoon. Interesting. Yeah, we can't see your question. Well, you can tell me what it was about, but I mean, it's not here. Apparently no one else can see it as well, so It's not that I didn't read it. It's just not here. It's not in the chat. Did I see Fantastic Four First Steps? Not yet. Or like, fun. I want a genuine anthropological study on the cultural impact of Game of Thrones the show had versus how abysmal the finale was, causing it to immediately fall from the zeitgeist. Dude, no show has ever tanked its longevity more than that. I agree. Plus, it might distract me hearing adult Zuko talk, and all I hear is Mark Grayson from Avatar. I think you meant Mark Grayson from Invincible, but you were talking about Avatar, but then you put that instead. Oh, that's funny. Check out the Stranger Things trailer, or are you deliberately swerving it? I couldn't avoid it because they played it at PeachCon. So I did kind of see it, though I didn't pay the closest of attention to it because I was trying to like, you know, give them my attention and whatnot. I was mostly keeping my focus on them, so I did see some things, but I'm trying to just not watch it. The show has some of the best edited trailers ever. Season 2's Thriller was a standout. I've always gone back and watched the trailers after I've watched the seasons, and yes, their trailers are insane. And especially with Season 4, I'm glad I didn't watch the trailers going into that, man. God, Power Rangers, that's a throwback to me. I love it, man. Love it so much. I'm still there for it. Also heard the possibility of us being able to become the Megazord in Battle Royale is like we become Godzilla. Ah, okay. I was so upset about Game of Thrones and how it went all downhill that I avoided how I was about to say How to Train Your Dragon, House of the Dragon for 2 years before giving it a chance. I was bitching and bemoaning the existence of it because, again, as a prequel, it just means all roads lead to that shitty finale. It doesn't matter how far you set it, nothing matters because it leads to that finale. Despite that, though, it's been a good show. I've really been enjoying it. And for a little glimmers of time, it makes me forget about what happened at the end. What about new Atla voices? Zach Tyler Einstein isn't working as a voice actor now, and if they changed everyone, I think that's fair that they changed Zuko too. Yeah, I mean, they are changing everybody, so I get it. But Zach has re-entered the public sphere. You know, he had gone to college, he'd been working, and he's finally back. Not working, he's not voice acting or anything like that, but who knows? I don't think he's on the convention circuits now. He was just at Comic-Con. I met him a few months, like last year at GalaxyCon. So he's out and about now, embracing it. So you can always ask. FX is pretty good. Can't stay for too long. Gotta help with the basement of our shop vac. Wasn't working because the motor was broken and we have to get a new one and clean the basement. We'll have fun. I just finished season 2 of The Sandman. It was done after that. He was ready. Yeah. The Furies, we don't have the power to kill Dream. But also, even in myth, they are meant to torture someone till they give in, not outright kill them. So destroying the Dream is torturing Dream. Yeah. Yeah, I came around on that on my own after kind of sitting on getting past my own fury, you know, after a minute. Found myself falling prey to the same bullshit that Lyta did. Delirium. Though some of the dreaming citizens aren't dreams, like Nuala, Cain, Abel, technically Lucien, though that's subtext from the comics, Matthew, as he was in Swamp Thing, and died and became Raven. Though I did want to come back to that. Nuala, yes. Nuala does she is not of the dreaming, but would die with the dreaming. So yes, that is a little bit of an exception. The Lucien thing is something I'm not aware of, but I've heard something that there's some stuff in the comics that I've not got to yet that allude to Lucien being more than a dream. I have no idea what that's about. Though I did read that the version of Cain and Abel that is in the dreaming are dreams. They are dreams that represent those two characters, not those characters themselves. That's what I was reading, because I was when I was going through this whole gymnastics thing. That's what I started looking at. I was starting to look at what are the denizens of the dreaming actually that we know. I only looked at Cain and Abel because they were the only ones I knew outright from something else. So I didn't look into Lucian or anything like that, just for fear of diving into some spoilers, because I feel like if Lucian was going to be involved in some spoilers, if anybody was going to be involved in some spoilers, it would have been Lucian. So I tried to avoid Lucian's profile at all. Matthew's a weird one too, because, you know, he was a human that died and then became a dream bird. You know, weird. Do you have a favorite Power Rangers monster, either being cool or just plain dumb, stupid, and silly? If we're talking dumb, stupid, and silly, the fucking pig from Mighty Morphin 1, Season 1. Coolest monster, though? I don't know, man. I can't remember. There's just so many. If I see one that quickly leaps out at me, I'm sure there's one that I'm like, oh yeah, that one was sick. There's one I'm kind of thinking of in my head, but I can't remember their name. Not a monster, but Lord Zed, man, his design is sick as hell. Let's do this. Fuck, where are you at? Oh, the Dark Knight was pretty sick, but then again, he's just a Dark Knight. Yeah, Pudgy Pig. That's the one. Fuck it. Where is this dude? Goldar also really sick, but I don't consider him a standard monster either. Son of a bitch. I know who I'm thinking of, but I can't remember their name. There's a picture right there. Where's his name? Sir. There you are, there you are. Snizzard! Snizzard, that's who it was. I thought Snizzard was pretty fucking sick. I relate to Despair most closely, but I find Delirium aspirational. I get that. I can respect that. Did I see any of the new X-Men 97 figures releasing this October? I did not. I did not. Now that's a thunker. Love X-Men action figures. Some comments for me keep showing errors. So that might have been the problem with Thomas's question. What's weird is like, I see like message retracted, which is when somebody rescinds their message and, you know, so they can retype it or something like that, where they remove it from the chat. That's all I see. So I don't even see one of those either. I feel like every Mythos character in Sandman tends to have a surrogate vessel. Dream had Joanna, the Fates had Lyda, and oddly enough, Desire probably had Ishtar, given the club was in his dominion. His domain. Or their domain. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Quite possibly. Who knows? We really don't know. It was about the Total Drama series. Then I think here we go. Will you ever watch the Canadian cartoon series, Total Drama? I mean, I've seen Total Drama Island, like the first one, but I haven't watched any of the other ones, though, because I know there's more than that now. Or their domain, sorry. Got to be correct with addressing the character. Specifically, the moment in the giggle when Zana says, my dad used to say, dice don't know what the dice did last time. And the doctor goes, oh, I like that. Well done, Dad. Felt siblingish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did like that, too. Should I watch Doctor Who? I think it's really good. I think it's really good for a really, really long stretch. Though, I will say, if you're not used to Doctor Who, the first 4 episodes, I think, of the first season are a little hard to get through. How do you kill someone that's endless? Make them want to have an end. The fates are a physical representation of the fate Morpheus already chose when he killed his son. Still hate them though. Yeah. Yeah, we all know it's the consequences of his own actions. Everything about this has been. It's like he's been dealing with the consequences of every action he's ever made, and he's just like, all right, I'm done. Saw F4 first episode weekend in, and all I gotta say is I cried by the end of it. Nice. What's up, CP Alexander? How are you? I've seen the trailers for Mighty 9 of Vox Machina Season 4. They're so good. Well, there's no trailers. There's first peeks, first looks, right? As far as I know, there is no trailer for either. Yeah, no, there's no trailers. There are 2 Mighty 9 sneak peeks, and there's a Legend of Vox Machina sneak peek. Which, if you followed me on all of my socials and stuff, you would know that I was live tweeting them from the convention center where they were very first shown to anybody before they were online. Good reason to follow me on my socials, guys. There's lots of fun stuff over there. Please. I need the numbers. Got 100K over here and like a little 2K over there on everything else. Come on, support me, please. To answer your question, it's called Billy Ends the World. I thought it was, oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. Which is fun fact, Billy was named after an Adventure Time character, which is how they got their fandom name in the first place. In a reaction video. I didn't know that. Interesting. Fun facts. This lore, deep lore for the Sort of Stupid crew. It's what we do. Dude, love your reactions. Started with the Loki season 2, and you're great, bro. Did I watch Dark? I did watch Dark, so if you want to check that one out, have fun with that one as it turns my brain into mush. I'm still on the fence about House of the Dragon. The sole reason I want to give it a chance is how much I love fucking Paddy Considine. Dude, he was such a standout in the first season, but then again, everybody does an amazing job acting-wise in that show. I'm old. Hell yeah. Hey, I'm getting there, man. Almost 40. Apparently determined to make Omni say every complicated name I know. I'm so incredibly sorry. You need to watch The Night Of. Excellent 1-season show. Never heard of it. Might have to add it to the list down the line. Also, Omni, watching your OP reactions to Water 7, I think Oda's subtle nod to having the one shipwright look like Usopp, but more Pinocchio, is a reference to Usopp being a liar. That's what made me think of it. Like, all these episodes later was that Usopp was meant to look like Pinocchio, hence the lying, the long nose, because his thing is lying. And it took me 250 some episodes to put that together. 40. Can't believe Courage the Cowardly Dog isn't on HBO Max anymore. I was enjoying that show. Yeah, they removed all that dumb stuff, man. They've gotten rid of all of their catalogs, man. Such a silly place. They can't get themselves together and decide what kind of streaming platform they want it to be. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying, man. Yeah, Cain, Abel, and Matthew are dreams, but in the way that they were made that way. CNA are the first murderer and the victim, but not human, as they say in Book 6. Older than humanity. Right, but what I was saying was that there is there was, in the continuity of this world, a non-dream Cain and Abel. There is now a dead gnat in my wine. That's unfortunate. So they're just not this. That's what I was trying to figure out, if they were the original Cain and Abel, or just a dream that took the form of Cain and Abel, or if like you said, they were human, then died, and then they became dreams. Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know. Can't stay for long. Have to help my mom with the basement. You mentioned that earlier. I talked about that one. I always thought the spiky-haired floating head monster was pretty cool. That was a cool one too. In the Sentai version where they called him Satan. Scooby-Doo is still on HBO Max. Like, there's some things that are still over there, but yeah. Gotta go. Have a beautiful day/night all. You as well. So here's another kind of out of nowhere question. Have you watched Professor Brothers animations on YouTube. Not the show, that's dope too. With the quota late date almost every day. No, I'm not familiar with that one. All dreams ravens used to be people, so Matthew became a dream instead of going to the afterlife. Same with just Jezame and Artisea. Okay, that makes sense. Take care, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, and the Scooby-Doo Show are all still on HBO Max. Yeah, but they're getting rid of so much of their, like, big catalog shit, man. It's just fucking insane. Won't spoil the Lucien stuff. They'll explain his origin in the comics, but the meaning behind it is subtext. He wasn't always Dream's librarian / second in command. Interesting. I'm going to assume the show doesn't go into that at all. I feel like we wouldn't have the time to. What's up, Ginger? How are you? I'm late. I'm still mourning for Dream. No, it's my brother's birthday. And also mourning for Dream. Well, tell your brother happy birthday. Don't have social media to follow, but big ups to you for having Liam as an admirer of your content. That's wild. But yeah, man. If you were on there though, which I would recommend, I got a funny fucking picture of Matt, who was I was in the front row and he recognized me, and like it was towards the start of the panel and stuff. So after they just sat down, I took a picture of the whole rows. They were lining up, but he's like, because he noticed me, he saw me in the front line, and he did one of these. He was like, "Hey," at me when I was there. But I think I captured the moment just before he realized who I was, because everybody is talking, getting excited with the crowd and all this kind of stuff. But in the picture, Matt is just off to the very far end of the table, just dead ass staring straight into the lens of the camera. Like you just rolled the worst nat 20 ever for a DM. Like you asked if you could do the stupidest thing possible, and you super succeeded. And he's just like, "Are you fucking serious?" That's the face he gave. Did you hear the news about Taika Waititi's Star Wars news? I did. Wait, there's a second Mighty Nein sneak peek? All right, BRB. I mean, we saw 2 clips. I don't know if they released 2 clips. I know at the panel we saw 2. But I'm not sure if they released both of them to the public. I know they released the interrogation to the public. I'm not sure about the other one. I turned 35 this month. I'm not ready. The 90s was still 10 years ago, right? Right? I'm 2 years ahead of you. The Night Of is a phenomenal season of television. Never heard of it. Have to look into it. Freaking love The Sandman. I loved your reactions. Well, we're not done yet. We still got 2 more to get into. I was wondering, when do you plan on going back to gaming again? Are you willing to play Little Nightmares or Reanimal? I'm hoping to in the coming weeks. Once I get caught up on all the backlog from SDCC, I think I should be in a comfortable spot to try at least to start again. What's the second Mighty Nein sneak peek? I'm just seeing the interrogation one on Prime Video's YouTube channel. Ooh, so then I guess they only released the one. We got to see a little taste of the Volstrucker breaking into a place to steal the beacon. Wait, why do I have a crown on my last comment? Cause you're top of the leaderboard right now, probably as a result of your super chat. Oh yeah, the super chat definitely puts you well beyond everybody else. Yeah, and apparently as people were telling me, you should be able to turn that off. You can turn off your participation in it. You actually cannot turn off the feature. And if you can, I cannot figure it out. Thoughts on Disney remaking or making a sequel to Ratatouille? Is it needed? I thought it was a good enough ending. It was good enough ending. They should just let it be. Also, Omni, as I head up to Water 7, the entire saga is loaded with information and subtle nods, so you're really gonna pay attention from these coming episodes onwards. I'm doing my best, man. Going my best. Highest amount of XP from the super chat. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, the show doesn't go into Lucien's origin. They give her more emotional weight in episode 11, which kind of hints at some of it, but I'm happy to chat about it after when you're done. Hell yeah. Sounds good. Also, don't have Twitter or Instagram, Omni. Sorry if I can't follow you. Well, you should. Not that I want to plunge you all into the depths of the hell that can be that. Well, Instagram's not bad. Twitter, though, pretty much a cesspool. But, yeah. I just need more followers, man. So I can get more opportunities. If you want, when you get a chance to look up JFK by Professor Bros, it's an animated music video that is an earworm and so stupid and funny. I will go watch the new Tron movie when it's out. I hope so. I want to. I still can't make up my mind if it will be worth it, even though I liked Jared. I like Jared. See, the Jared thing in the trailer, once he started talking, I was like, I don't know. Now I'm like, I don't know. Aesthetically, I love the look, the vibe of it all, what they're trying to do kind of with the story, though it just, again, I hate that we seemingly dropped all of the story that was unexplored at the end of Legacy, but we'll just have to wait and see. XP? Same with Cain and Abel. I think I said too much, sorry, but they go into this book 6 favorite volume. The interrogation clip was the only one made public. Ah, gotcha. Reanimal looks sick. I don't know anything about that one, man. You might discuss this, but what do you think of the Spider-Man new suit reveal? I think it looks clean. It looks sick. I like it. I don't like how inconvenient and out of place the web shooters look on the suit. It's just an aesthetical kind of break of the vibe. But I get it. He's poor. This is the best he can do. Who knows? Maybe in practice it'd be a little bit better. Oh no, do I have to go back to bugging you about the Subnautica again with the addition to being a pain in the ass about Ruby? I'll just ban myself now. Well, there's the same as special episode after the second season, so technically you have 3 episodes. No, I have 2. I have the final episode and the special episode. Special episode's already out. Came out yesterday. 2 days ago? Yeah, it's already out. So 10, 11, and 12. Those are the final episodes. Let's see. I thought there was more Dream. New fan cast for Xavier Charles for this new X-Men movie is Timothy Dalton. Kind of similar. We did a little bit of a spin on that in Doom Patrol. Thank you for answering your questions anytime. I'd be down for an entire movie about Michael Sheen's character in Tron Legacy. That would be fun. Maybe just a short or something, though. I remember a couple weeks ago, I made a mental note to follow you on Instagram. The mental note didn't follow through. I'll do it right now. Thank you. Has Andor been overtaken for the best series of the year so far yet? I think the closest to be able to do that is Sandman. But to relevancy? Andor's kind of untouchable right now, man. Whatever questions you have about the Water 7 saga, excluding what information that's revealed, will be expanded on. I'll answer any questions you have in the following community streams. I appreciate that. And what's up, Rebecca? You coming in here right here at the tail end. Andor is amazing. It indeed was. And we are caught up with the chat. Chat. Tron Trilogy is amazing. Me in the middle, making a 45-minute short film. That'd be fine. Yeah, I love the Tron films so much, man. I hope this new one's good. I hope it's good. It looks good, but I hope it is good. It can look good, but not be good, you know? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get some food. I have not eaten today. I got Sandman to record and edit tonight. And then, what else did I have to do tonight? I got Twisted Metal Season 2, Episode 3 I need to review the edit for later tonight as well. And that's my Saturday night. But guys, thanks for hanging out. Missed y'all from being away. You'll be right back here next weekend. I don't have any trips until October, so we got some time. Would I recommend Sandman? Fuck yeah. I think it's one of the best pieces of TV we've had in years. Some people think it's boring, maybe a little pretentious. And while it is maybe a little pretentious, I fucking love it. It's gorgeous. I love it to death. Anyway, I will catch you all next week. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody.